Hey everyone, hi. It's Lisa Clayton of lisaaclayton.com, angel intuitive and founder and leader of the Inner Leader Movement. It is Friday, September 18th, and I wanted to hop on here to give you a little bit of information about this new moon in Virgo. It actually happened yesterday, but as those of you that know about and work with the energies of the planets and the moon, you know that the energy is activated and very alive the 3 days before and the 3 days after. So we still have some time to work with this energy of the new moon. But I wanted to share with you, well, usually those of you that subscribe will see Indigo, but Indigo's having a tough day with the energies, actually, the new moon energies. It started last night. So I'm letting her rest at my feet today instead of performing. So she's just adjusting to the energy because the animal spirits right now on earth are really taking in this energy, and it's really difficult for them to process because they can't consciously do it like we can. I mean, we know that this new wave of energy and light is coming onto the earth, and we are adjusting and learning how to create more capacity within us to hold this light and to hold this higher vibrational energy. So animal spirits get affected by it. So I just wanted to share with you, first of all, what is angel astrology? Because for those of you that are just tuning in, I am going to be doing regular reports. Now I create as guided. And so I wanted to share with you a little bit about angel astrology, how it got started. Was a few years ago, I was sitting out on Serenity Bluff here in Half Moon Bay, and that's where I go get my downloads and write. And I just write. I free write in journals, and I have volumes and volumes of journals for the years of being out there. And in one year in particular, I would say this is probably around 2012. The angels came and said, "You are to teach angel astrology." And I'm like, "I'm not an astrologer." And they're like, well, first of all, we're not asking you to teach astrology. We're asking you to bring forth the messages connected with angel astrology. That's different. So then I said, well, I'm not an astrologer. And they said, yes, you are. You have been since you were a little girl, laying in those pasture fields, counting the stars, the constellations, and communicating with us. And you won every science fair at the elementary, junior high level. It was true, or junior high and high school level. And I created a science fair for my kids when I was a school teacher. But anyway, it was just like, okay, I'm an angel astrologer now. Help me with that. So it started out very simplistic, and now this past year it has been very focused and in more regular, consistent downloads. So I started Full Moon Circles a year ago here in Half Moon Bay, and then when the pandemic happened, we've gone online with them, and I'm just now encouraged and inspired to go online with more of the information. So what's angel astrology? That's how it started. That's how I got it downloaded. And so now we are in rhythm with the angels bringing this forth on a regular basis. So the angel said and they kept clarifying, look, Lisa, you are a nature being, and you are part of planet Earth. Planet Earth is part of a galaxy that all the planets affect each other through their energy, and the moon especially, and the eclipses and the turn of the seasons, very important, they said. But the moon especially, once you start cycling with the moon, you come more into your natural state of being a nature being. So I was like, this is fascinating. So that's why I was born on a farm, because I constantly was connecting with these nature angels that were guiding me through the essence and the soul of every plant, every animal on the farm. And that was not a joyful time when you got to see these animals here. So they started communicating with me when I was a farm girl, and then took me out to the bluff, started communicating to me again. And so they're saying that it's important to bring forth the energies of the planets, and then we'll step in. So moon cycles and seasons, two really key points they asked me to work with. So what they do, here's the process. They guide me to resources that are soul-related and heart-based, for evolving humanity on Earth through astrology and for understanding how we're connected to the other planets. And then I share that key info with you. And then the angels come in for the people that I'm working with in when I do circles. The angels will come in and specifically bring a message for that person. It's very, very cool, and it's a lot of fun. And then we align with the energies. So after this information is shared and the angels come in, that but the angels come in for the group, and or the angels come in as key assistants for whatever is happening, with the planets. So there's different angels that will come in at different times, and then they align our energies. It's really, really, that's another really cool process. They align our energies with what's happening, and then they activate our higher consciousness collectively. And they bring in messages for the group. And then the exciting part is they tap into your energy and give you an individual reading. So that's how these transmissions and messages work. And so that's, I don't know, and again, it could evolve and it could change. I just follow the guidance, but for now, that's the process. So that's what angel astrology is. It's new. I don't know anyone else that's really doing it like this so specifically. Could be. It doesn't matter. I'm the only one that has this type of connection and gifts to bring forth. So others could be very similar, but we're all unique. We're all very unique. So just a couple of tips on the new moon in Virgo, and then do I want to do that on this? Yes, I do want to do that. So just really quick, I'm just going to highlight, and I'm not even going to go to the reports. A few things that are really super important to remember. You're going to feel a little off balance because just astrologically, the way that the new moon is aligned, it's, what was it? I do have to look at my notes. It's 90-degree angle to each of the lunar nodes. So it feels a little bit wobbly and off balance. So that was new for me. I learned something about the nodes and being 90 degrees and how that affects the moon. And so our energy will feel a little wobbly and off balance. So the key is to get back into balance and get back into balance by some new rituals that you don't normally do under the new moon. So they're saying these rituals are bringing in the power of our light and the power of our being, aligned with the energy of this new moon in Virgo. And Virgo is the sign of the healer. And I love this. I am going to refer to my notes. I love that they said, since Virgo is a sign of the healer, it welcomes the healing power of nature. They keep coming back and bringing us back to connecting with nature, connecting into the power, the wisdom of the trees, all nature, spirits and beings and entities, as well as our pets and our plants and all of the animals around us. So it beckons us to welcome the healing power of nature through the food we eat and through spending time surrounded by forests and oceans. So that's really key right now, is just get connected. If you don't have forests or oceans around you, you do have trees and water somewhere. So that is the key connection right now. And then there was a big theme about getting back into balance, and which is perfect because we're going into the fall equinox this week, 22nd, this coming week, the 22nd, and I'll be doing an astrological report for that. But on this balancing, coming back into being wobbly and feeling off balance is so important to not make new commitments, not set new intentions under this new moon. Every single astrologer that I followed and read said it's time now to recommit and reset what we've already planted. So many people get discouraged with the new moon intentions because they say, oh, I set this new moon intention, it didn't happen. Well, it was probably pretty big. And the more that you narrow down your intentions as little bit bite-sized pieces, or what I call mini steps, it they start to manifest and they start to line up. And some of them, so make sure you have your little steps. They're saying put things into mini steps of what you've already created and what you've already manifested, but you just haven't put it into action. So they're saying this new moon isn't something to set new intentions for something you want to create, as much as it is restoring the balance of what you've already created and what you could utilize to take that next step forward in your inner leader movement forward on this earth. So rituals. And so rituals, as you're coming up with new rituals, they're saying get out of the old rituals, come up with the new rituals, tap in, and make sure that as you're setting your intentions that they are practical and they are grounded. And they probably are already, because you've already been working on them in some way, shape, or form. Right now, you are just going to take an assessment of what you do have all around you and what you've created around you, and reset that, put new energy into it, and take your little mini steps of intentions to that, to the manifest, to what I call the magnetizing magic, bringing that into fruition and a fulfilled, satisfied state in your life. It may not be what you wrote down on the piece of paper, but it sends out that energy for something very similar or exactly that to come to you. So that's it for this new moon. I mean, there's a lot more, but I'm going on too long, and because I wanted to explain what angel astrology is and then move into the process, which is, I believe, very unique. And the angels are already telling me, yes, Lisa, it is a unique process. That's why we're having you do it, because you're the creative. Okay, and they are asking me to bring forth, to shuffle with them and bring forth this energy of this new moon in Virgo, so that they can expand the container for you as you watch this and start rebalancing, reassessing, looking around you. Also, another message that came through was that it's really, we've had enough time now to get used to the chaos. Chaos is going to continue to happen. So we can no longer hide, pretend it's not happening, or, like wish it away. Like, oh, I wish it was like the old days. It's not going back to the old days. So it's really staying in alignment with moving forward. Little mini steps. Sometimes you'll go with big leaps. It depends on the energy and where you are, but you are going to move forward, and it is not going to be the same. So in that respect, it's really super important to have this special assistance from the angels so that they can assist you moving forward and not hiding your head under the pillow because things are getting worse, because they are going to get worse. They are going to break apart. And I don't even like to say they're getting worse. They're breaking apart for a reason, for us to rise up in our love and light and our divine infinite beings of which we are. Fear and hate cannot be obstacles to cannot be obstacles to your infinite self. Just can't. This angel keeps coming up. Okay, so this is really, really cool. She came up in another session I had just recently, but this is the angel for decision and reorientation. It's perfect for this new moon. Couldn't be more perfect angel. I make my own decisions so that others don't make them for me, is part of the energy that this angel brings in if you're going through making some major decisions right now. But the other part is the reorientation. That's what's really vibrating in this beautiful this light symbol, is the reorientation. Look at beautiful balance within that symbol. That's what the angels are asking us to do. New moon is to balance our energies mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and balance what we've already created around us. And we keep thinking, oh, well, that was then, this is now. some of that beautiful creation that you've done, especially the last 6 months since the pandemic, can be so amazing. So, angel for decision and reorientation. Really, really beautiful symbol of coming into this new moon with intentions aligned with nature. Okay, so that's really, oh, that just came through actually. So align your intentions with something that can that activates your nature being, you being a nature being, here, part of Mother Gaia, part of the trees, part of the forest, part of the oceans. This is the part that we're screaming out now with our global warming and our climate change, is that we have done a poor job, poor job, if a job at all, of being nature beings and spirits on Mother Gaia. And we're coming back into that now. So it's a pretty exciting time to be here. I hope you tune in to the next Angel Astrology Report. And I will be doing something next Tuesday, September 22nd, for the fall equinox. So, and hopefully Indigo will be feeling better and she'll come up and help us pick out the angels. Okay, namaste. So much love. Stay strong.